You've embraced hard work and you achieved success. When it comes to your financial future, there's no leaving it to chance, but there is a lot to consider. Estate tax, market volatility, income tax, Social Security, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm Southwest Florida's financial planner, Alfie Townsend, and protecting and growing your nest egg is my business. Coming up on today's show,
3 retirement mistakes to avoid. Life insurance, your secret weapon. How to save an investor. And much more.
Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie is a published author, radio show host, speaker, and industry leader.
why do you use an annuity? A lot of people use it for the wrong thing.
He works with retirees and pre-retirees to build and protect their nest egg and offers his experience to help those concerned about financial independence in retirement. If you've got questions about retirement, Saving the Investor starts now.
Good morning, Southwest Florida, and welcome to Saving the Investor. Great to have you with us on this Sunday morning. My name is Craig Wolf. I'm alongside certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend. Alfie, good morning to you.
Morning.
We are going to start out this morning talking about mistakes that people make in retirement and what some of the most common ones might be. We're going to break it down into nice digestible chunks for you. So let's start with the 3 biggest ones.
I don't really like to say mistakes. I would like to say probably 3 things that they need to look at, and if they're not looking at it, it could be a problem down the road. And one of the things is making sure you have the income coming in. You want to look at income, but the best income would be tax-free income. So you want to look at tax-free income. A lot of people aren't looking at that. A lot of people that come in, new clients that come in, they want to look at they don't look at taxes because taxes are definitely on the up. So there's some things that we can do with the tax map right now that can help them with taxes in the future. And I would say inflation. Think about inflation. Think about what gas is costing. Think about what, how just everything is going up. To build a home, home prices, gas prices, just everything is just on the rise. So you have to take in consideration inflation. And if you think about it, people are living longer and longer. It's not unusual for me to see people in their 80s and even 90s that, we have clients in their 90s that have been around for many years with me, and we had to take that in consideration, because if you don't, your dollar amount today doesn't equal your dollar amount in the future. So, you want to just make sure you're tackling taxes. You want to make sure you're tackling and not just income, tax-free income, but also long-term care is probably the most overlooked that people say, they don't even consider that in their budget. Long-term care. And long-term care, there's some programs out there right now that you don't pay extra for it. It's an added feature in their income plan. But long-term care is something that you need to really take a look at and tackle that, because people, again, are living longer, and that can wipe your savings out.
Yeah. Don't want to outlive your money.
Don't want to outlive your income. That's mandatory.
So long-term care planning, do you have to be you get to a certain age where you go, this is too expensive, it's not worth it anymore?
There's some new programs out there that doesn't even have health questions. But what it will do is it will give you additional income if you need it for long-term care. So there's some things out there that when I first got in the insurance business, in this business in 1983, they didn't have any of these programs that they have now that really looks at long-term care. And really with the software that we have here, we're going to look at the portfolios and make sure they're not taking unnecessary risk. And one of the things that are overlooked is getting in the right risk, the right plan, because if you're taking too much risk, then what happens when the market starts to gyrate, because it does, when it does that, then what happens is you panic, you get out, and then your whole retirement plan goes up in smoke. So it's important to look at everything when you do it. Holistically, that's what we do. So when things do happen, we take that in consideration.
What about Social Security?
Social Security is another big one because, you think about it, you worked 30 to 40 years to get your Social Security, and most people will spend more time planning for a vacation than they do taking the right option they do with Social Security.
Raising my hand on that.
Yeah. You work for it. It's not a government handout to you. You work for it. You paid it. So get what's owed to you. Make sure you're taking the right options. And there's programs out there that we have that can help them take the right option to maximize their Social Security.
So a good idea not to look at it as a mistake, but just an opportunity to learn something that'll contribute to your financial well-being.
Well, the whole bottom line is having a plan, and having a plan that not just looks at today, but for the future.
All right. Speaking of the future, there's more to come on Saving the Investor this morning. Stick around.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080. You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Let's face it, taxes may seem high, but in reality, they're the lowest they've ever been. And with the national debt continuing to rise, wealthy investors like you are facing higher income and estate taxes. These looming tax hikes can potentially have a dramatic impact on you and your children. How will you combat these hikes? Well, Alfie Townsend would like to help. Alfie is a certified financial planner professional. His customized tax map is designed to mitigate the impact of what might be the greatest tax hike in nearly 3 decades. Alfie's tax map uses 2 main strategies to achieve 3 goals: lower your tax bracket, protect your money when taxes rise, and create tax-free income. Many people with wealth employ the strategies in Alfie's tax map to preserve their savings and protect their legacy. And if you're one of the first 9 callers right now, you can too. Call now, 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080. This complimentary tax map offer is only available to the first 9 callers, so don't wait. Call now, 239-747-1080. The time to reduce future taxes and create tax-free income is right now. Call and ask for Alfie's tax map, 239-747-1080.
Well, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great day so far. Morning, I should say. I want to talk about it. Here in Southwest Florida, a lot of us are boaters, golfers, who play tennis and all that other good stuff. But I have a boating story. I've been a boater a long time, and I'll never forget the time I had my boat. I had my mom on the boat. I had my wife on the boat and my son on the boat. And we were just enjoying this Mother's Day cruise, and we were out in the Gulf of Mexico, and all of a sudden the engine light came on, and my wife went down to the engine room, came up, her eyes were this big, she said, "Water is flooding in there." So I shut the engines down, I slowed down, and I looked down there, and water was coming in like a fire hydrant. So my mom was saying, "Alfie, you got to relax. I said, "Mom, let me handle this. Sit down. Let me handle this." So I had to really think about what was going on. I called the Coast Guard, and they came out. But when they came out and got on our boat, I felt relieved at that point, because we had a boat. We had that safety net right there. Their boat was there if the boat was going to go down. It ended up being a broken valve. A bracket broke and water was gushing out. So all I had to do is shut the engine off. I had the second engine to get us back. And I remember going back, the Coast Guard said, "Give us a call every 15 minutes. If we don't hear from you, we're going to come out and get you." So every 15 minutes I would call and say, "This is the Tommy Joe, and we are still doing good." I gave them the latitude and longitude. So that was our plan to get back And we had that safety net with that engine to get us back, the second engine. The same thing when it comes to retirement. You have to look at everything. You have to look at income, because income is going to get you to pay those monthly bills. Then we have to look at investments, because that's what's going to fight inflation. We know with the debt that we have, inflation is going to be here. We have to take that in consideration. And if you look at lumber, how much lumber is costing, just look at these prices that are going up. Gas prices are going up. We have to make sure we're fighting inflation. And the biggest thing that people really need to fight against right now is really tax-free income, because we know taxes are going to be going up. Taxes are going up, so we have to fight about that. And that's, what we do. We call it the tax map here at the Advanced Retirement Group. We're going to put something together that dissects, that really, goes into those specific areas to look at some tax-free income and reducing taxes. So it's really the whole plan, but that's my boat story. I'm sure you have one too. I want to hear about it. Give us a call.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Are you concerned about creating your dream retirement? Well, I've got just the book for you. And unlike most books on investing, it doesn't require a huge investment of your time. It's not filled with financial jargon and difficult to understand explanations. It's an easy read filled with valuable insights. So valuable, in fact, that everyone who's soon to be or is already retired should have a copy on their shelf. And today it can be yours at absolutely no cost. It's Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway, written by Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional, radio show host, and TV personality. Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway highlights real stories about actual people, illustrating what they've done wrong and what they've done right. The strategies in this book can help retirees and those soon to be retired make the right decisions and avoid costly mistakes. So if you save for retirement, Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway is a book you will want to have, and you can get a complimentary copy today simply by being one of the first 5 callers. The number to dial is 239-747-1080. Again, that's 239-747-1080. There are no strings attached, so if you're interested in living your dream retirement, you've got nothing to lose and quite possibly a lot to gain. So call 239-747-1080. Your complimentary copy of Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway is waiting.
We all have a picture of our perfect retirement, but how do we get there? At Advantage Retirement Group, helping you get there is our business. We're passionate about getting to know you, learning your hopes and dreams. Why? So we can work with you to achieve them. How? By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes and the risk you are exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings lasts a lifetime. We're thankful to work with so many wonderful people, and we'd love to work with you too. Call Advantage Retirement Group today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation. 239-747-1080. Your retirement is too important to put off. Call now. 239-747-1080.
You've got questions, and Alfie has the answers that will keep you on the retirement fairway.
I recently moved to Florida because I'm working remotely now, and I retire in 3 years. What adjustments should I be making now to my portfolio?
That's a real good question. You're about to retire in 3 years. I look at it this way. I want to look at your whole, I can't just answer that question without knowing a little bit more information, but most likely what I would tell you is be a little bit more conservative. If you only have 3 years left before you retire, I want to make sure you have an income plan in place. I want to make sure your expenses are under control. I want to make sure if you have a pension, if you don't have a pension, we might want to create a pension for you. These are all things, if you're about to retire or soon to be retired or are retired, these are things we want to really look at your whole picture to make that final judgment call on you.
How much should I contribute to my 401k?
You know, that question, how much should I contribute to a 401k? It really depends on your needs at this time. If you can afford to put a lot in, max it out. But what I would consider is a Roth 401k. I would consider that because if you can get some, you don't get to have the write-off right now, but if you can have tax-free money down the road, that's the key right there. Because if taxes go up and you're taking out $50,000 and it's tax-free, that's like taking out $80,000 if taxes start to really go up. So it's very important to find out if you could do a Roth, do a Roth, because that might be your option instead of saying how much can I put in. Find out the tax consequences of doing a Roth versus just a 401k.
Lately, I've been hearing a lot of ads on TV about buying gold. So now I'm wondering, should I sell stock to buy gold?
So should I sell stock to buy gold? That's the question. And the answer I would say is no. And gold right now is having a nice little run, but if you look at the history of gold, it just is not a good investment. Now, if you have a little gold in your 401k or in your safe, that's okay. But to make gold a big holding, I would not do that. If you look at the history of equities versus gold, you'll be amazed. Gold doesn't even keep up with inflation. And then they always say gold's very good for inflation. No, what's best for inflation is owning stock, owning equity. So if you have equity and it's a diversified portfolio, you're going to do much better off.
I've had the same advisor since I started investing. Is it a good idea to get a second opinion? And if so, what would that involve?
It's always good to get a second opinion. I had one for my back when I was going to have back surgery a few years ago. I have a world-renowned orthopedic surgeon. He looked at my MRI and he told me what to expect. I went to the doctor and sure enough, what he told me to expect happened. So I knew I had the right doctor. So when you're looking for a second opinion, you want to make sure that they're doing things different than what you currently are, and you want to see what your fees are. You just want to see what's going on inside your portfolio. And a lot of times we find out that clients that come in have outgrown their advisor. They're not talking about taxes. They're not talking about where to take the income from. They're not talking about income planning. So you want to make sure you're dealing with someone that understands holistic planning opposed to just product pushing or just one segment of your retirement. So give us a call to see if we can help you out.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080. You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Remember the Wall Street bailouts? Those same big banks and financial firms have been fined billions for misleading customers. And now they want to manage your retirement savings. Why would you trust them? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. My values are Main Street, not Wall Street. As an independent advisor, I don't work for shareholders, I work for you. If you want a fresh start with a local advisor, give me a call today.
Welcome to another segment of Team Talk. I'm Mary Thompson in studio with Alfie Townsend, our founder and president. Alfie, the name of our show is called Saving the Investor, and we were talking about how not too long ago you helped save an investor from a serious mistake that they were about to make. Tell us a little bit about that.
Tell you a little bit about this. So he had quite a few, they had quite a few IRAs, substantial IRAs, and this insurance agent was trying to sell them an immediate annuity, okay, to create income. It was going to be about $70,000. So he thought that was a good idea, so he could have some money coming in. But what happened, he didn't realize that he was going to have to take this money from this immediate annuity of $70,000. But the one that he sold him was trying to offer him, I should say, would not count for required minimum distributions on his other money.
Okay.
And he didn't realize the difference. So he was going to have to take out this money plus all the money out of these other investment accounts to account for his required minimum distribution. So he was going to get double taxation pretty much. So what we did is we said, hold on, let's put a stop on all this. And we showed some planning. So we were able to get him about $60,000 instead of $70,000 of lifetime income, but that money was able to count towards his required minimum distribution with his other money, and he hardly had to take out anything on his other money. So a lot of times people don't look at the whole picture when they plan. A lot of advisors out there are, and I'm not putting down advisors, but some are very good and some just are product pushers. You know, they're just looking to make a sale. So what you have to do is look at the whole picture, and you have to take in consideration required minimum distributions, where you're going to take those distributions, future taxes, inflation. There's so much right now, you know, with all the spending that's going on in DC.
Right.
We got spending, we got giveaway programs, and what it's going to do is do nothing but potential raising taxes in the future, reducing estate taxes, which are your death taxes, and inflation. Inflation's going to hit, so you have to make sure that you cut down your taxes, cut down your overall taxes that you're going to be paying now, especially in the future, and try to get some tax-free money in the future.
That's right. And as a certified financial professional, you understand the big picture, and you're not just looking at one particular bucket of money. You're looking at their entire portfolio and taking taxes into consideration.
We have to take all that. We have to look at taxes. We have to look at income. We have to look at investments. And, you know, of course, we have to look at passing money on to your heirs, legacy. So it's not just, it's a pretty hard picture to put together, but doing this almost 40 years, that's the part that I like about planning.
That's right. So thank you, Alfie.
You're very welcome.
If you'd like to meet with Alfie, who's a certified financial planner professional, give us a call.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. You have a club for every scenario, a driver for the long holes, wedges to get over the hazards, and a putter when you need a touch of finesse. And you'll need plenty of these too. What about your retirement? Will you have enough to play the back nine? Find out today. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review with Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Call 239-747-1080. We all have a picture of our perfect retirement, but how do we get there? At Advantage Retirement Group, helping you get there is our business. We're passionate about getting to know you, learning your hopes and dreams. Why? So we can work with you to achieve them. How? By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes and the risk you are exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings lasts a lifetime. We're thankful to work with so many wonderful people, and we'd love to work with you too. Call Advantage Retirement Group today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation. 239-747-1080. Your retirement is too important to put off. Call now, 239-747-1080.
Life insurance is one of these asset classes that are very confusing, but you're going to start to see more and more wealthy people buying life insurance. And the reason for it is that the government is talking about lowering the estate taxes. Right now, currently it's at like 25 million, but they're talking about lowering it down to like $6 to $7 million for a married couple, $3.5 million for a single. What does that mean? That means if your estate's over that amount, when the last parent dies, that means that there's a lot of taxes, up like a 50% tax on anything over that. So for example, if you were 2 million over, if you were 10 million over, that means you have to come up with a couple million, 5 million immediately, like within 9 months. The government doesn't care. They don't play around. They want their money fast. So you have to have something liquidity, and life insurance is the quickest way to pay those taxes and the cheapest way to pay those taxes. So if you're in a situation where you might need some estate taxes paid, that would be one of the options for you. And you want to make sure that you put it in what you call an irrevocable life insurance trust, so it's not counted as part of your estate.
At Advantage Retirement Group, our business is your retirement. We're passionate about learning your hopes and dreams so we can work with you to achieve them. By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes and the risk you're exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings lasts a lifetime. Call us today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation. Call now, 239-747-1080.
Retirement gives you long-awaited opportunities. You finally gain control over how you spend your time. But you also need control of your investments, of your hard-earned money. There are a lot of moving parts, and just saving over the years is the first part. What about generating income, your Social Security, minimizing taxes, or managing risk? If you save for retirement, call us at 239-747-1080. Retirement can last more than 20 years, yet many people don't have enough money saved to get through 1 decade, let alone 2. Call us at 239-747-1080. Let us show you how to make your nest egg go the distance. That's 239-747-1080.
Mondo Uomo specializes in remarkable clothing for the remarkable man. Like our exclusive selection of Bugatti and St. Croix shirts and sweaters. Visit our store in Naples at the Village on Venetian Bay or online at mondouomo.com.
When you're nearing retirement, it's important that your plan includes the proper steps to make an efficient and effective transition. There's a lot to consider. Will your income plan meet your lifestyle? How should you reallocate your assets? Is your withdrawal plan tax efficient? Practice does make perfect, but you only retire once. So how do you know you're making the right decisions and avoiding costly mistakes? Well, it's simple. Call Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. Alfie has more than 30 years of experience helping people just like you transition into retirement. So be one of the first 5 callers and get your complimentary retirement transition review. Call 239-747-1080. There's no cost and no strings attached. So call now, 239-747-1080. Your retirement transition review includes key deadline schedules, asset reallocation guidance, income plan analysis, and tax-efficient withdrawal strategies. Again, be one of the first 5 callers now, and this review is yours at no cost. Call 239-747-1080. You only retire once, so let's get this right. Call Alfie now.
Mondo Uomo offers a remarkable selection of the latest styles in menswear. Visit Mondo Uomo at the Village on Venetian Bay in Naples. Alberto, Bugatti, St. Croix, Zanella. Come see what remarkable shopping is all about.